Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. We're back with another stream. As always, on a Sunday, it is the knee jerk reaction stream where we basically look ahead to next game week and also talk about the current game week. So, we will be talking about game week 2. A lot to discuss over these coming hour, but yeah, what a football match we just watched now. Chelsea and Spurs playing out an entertaining 2-2 draw. What did you think of the game, Jordan? Just it was hectic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's what we dream of when we witness a London derby match, because that sums up everything in that game, especially with the managers as well. You never see that nowadays with managers fighting like that. It's just never happens anymore. But with Conte and Tuchel, there's always that little bit of rivalry, as we saw this evening.
Yeah, I loved it. To be fair, I thought it was a brilliant game. We don't really like to see managers get sent off and stuff, but it is entertaining to watch. So yeah, box office Conte, isn't he? So yeah, it was a good game. Pretty much. We'll come on to the game in a sec regarding the players that played. But yeah, let's get started. This is the knee jerk live reaction stream. So I will pull up my team in a sec. So I'll pull up my team first. And yeah, this is on the screen. It is my team. Hopefully you guys can see that. So yeah, let's start off how I did. So currently I am on 63 points, which is a green arrow. So yeah, Ramsdale was in goal, as you guys know. They played Leicester. 4-2 it ended. So I did expect. I don't know actually. I kind of expected Ramsdale. I was more hoping that he keeps a clean sheet, but they did concede 2. So Ramsdale 1 pointer, I guess. No, so nothing too exciting there. In the back 5, I've got to speak at the back 5 because I've still got 2 players left to play, but big at the back is working very, very effectively for me, and I'm very, very happy the way it's gone. I think double City defense. Cancelo picks him up 11 points, gets the assist, the bonus points, the clean sheet from Cancelo. So yeah, double Man City is like printing points at the moment. I'm just loving it. Every week you just know pretty much they're going to keep a clean sheet. So Ruben Diaz and Cancelo, very happy with those two keeping a clean sheet against Bournemouth in a 4-0 win. Obviously, Robertson and Trent are yet to play. They play Palace tomorrow night, which is going to be another good game. And then Reece James, obviously, just finished playing. He started the game at right centre back, which I was a bit upset to see, because we know as a right centre back, his attacking prowess is limited. But as soon as he went to that right wing back role, I don't know if you guys watched the game. Literally, as soon as he goes in, he puts the ball in for Havertz. Brilliant pass, should score. Lays it on a plate, literally, and then literally straight after that, he scores. He goes up there, Sterling, nice pass, and acres of space, and Reece James scores. I don't know, Tuchel, what he thinks sometimes. I just think you have to play Reece James at right wing back. He's capable in right centre back, but he offers you so much attacking threat down that right wing back role that for me, Reece James has to play, and he's a brilliant option to have. You see, when he plays in that role, he's a goal threat, he's an assist threat. So very happy with Reece James, and he did pick up the 1 bonus point. Unfortunately, he did get a yellow card, and he also conceded 2 goals, so he could have ended up a lot more points as well if Spurs didn't score that in the last minute. But 7 points, I'll take that all day long. Yeah, let's move on to the midfield now. Obviously, Salah's yet to play. I am slightly worried about Salah getting a haul. We will come on to obviously Haaland and how he did, but Salah does get a haul that could potentially hurt me a bit. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how he does. Bailey, probably the biggest disappointment in this team so far. Another 1 pointer. We were debating whether he'd start or not, and then come close to the deadline, we hear that he's not starting. It was unfortunate. Obviously, maybe people will say unlucky, but yeah, Bailey, very frustrating that he didn't start, and he comes on for his a 1 pointer, which isn't great. And then moving on to complete my midfield is Martinelli, who I'm very, very happy with also. He he was someone that I was pushing a lot ahead of game week 1, telling people to bring him in. We've done a lot of videos talking about Martinelli as the best 6 million option. And I think he's paid off his price already. He's already rose in price by 0.2. So he's now 6.2 million after another price rise, and he got another goal. So I didn't expect this maybe straight away from Martinelli, 2 goals in 2 games, because Saka is another player that we thought maybe can he keep up with Saka's points. So at the moment, Martinelli looks really good, and I'm quite happy to pick up the points. And yeah, 8 points, very happy with that. And then up top is the interesting part of this of the whole game week, I'd say. Haaland, who obviously, if anyone did watch the game, he had 8 touches of the ball in the whole game, even though he could have scored a goal if Foden cut it back to him for a tap in, but he only picked up the assist. So he was my captain, very highly captained. I think he was the most captain player since Salah in game week 7 of last season, which goes to show how crazy that is. And yeah, we will come on to Haaland, obviously, because Jordan also has him in his team. But yeah, 10 points, just the assist. I'm not overly happy about that, just because when City score 4 goals, you'd expect Haaland to be involved in at least a goal or 2. But yeah, maybe Salah does punish us slightly there. We'll have to wait and see on Monday. And then we've got to talk about Jesus, Jordan. What do you think about Jesus and his performance? Did you watch the game or catch any highlights of it?
I didn't particularly watch the game, but I did listen to it. And from listening to the game, it sounded like Jesus was the MVP, the guy that was always here, there, and everywhere in terms of especially goal involvement, and as well as with Martinelli setting him up for the goals too, because I think he got Jesus got 2 assists and 2 goals. So it was a lot of contribution from Jesus in that game against Leicester. I was expecting him to score, but I wasn't expecting him to almost get a hat trick in that game. I had a slight mindset to captain him. I think it was like 5% though. It was really low of me captaining Jesus in this game week, but it was slightly annoying that he got that many points though, because he would have been a great captain option.
Yeah, he will probably come into our thoughts regarding game week 3. But yeah, we got to speak about obviously 19 points from Jesus. Brilliant performance, 2 goals, 2 assists. He does look very, very good for Arsenal. He's fitted in straight away like a glove. He's involved in pretty much everything. He's now their main man up front. And I think Jesus could be a very good captain option for next week. We will come on to that, obviously, for the second part of the video. But yeah, I like how he played, and he's definitely in my thoughts for next week. And then, yeah, we spoke about Haaland getting only the assist, which is a bit disappointing as he was our captain. But overall, guys, I am pretty happy with the points, I'd say. 63 points this week, which I probably would have taken. The only slight disappointment was Bailey not playing, and then Haaland obviously could have made it maybe should have captained Salah, but that's hindsight, I guess. So it's one of those we take on the chin. But yeah, my rank is currently at 309,000 early days, so I don't think that matters too much. But yeah, 63 points all up, and I'm quite happy. And on the bench, obviously, Andreas picked up an injury, did get 3 points, so I'm better off playing him instead of Bailey. And then yeah, Lavia 2 points and Archer 1 point. So yeah, that is my team for this week. 63 points with 3 left to play, obviously with a triple Liverpool. And yeah, we'll come on to your team in a sec, Jordan. But let me just read out some of these comments. We've got FPL Penguin in the stream. He says he's activated his wild card. Okay, interesting. Let us know who you're bringing in. FPL Alex says, yo, lads, how you doing? I'm on 64 points. So far this decent week. Yeah, decent. Not bad at all. Simple, basically it's nearly the same as me. So yeah, not bad. FPL Alex also says Chelsea were robbed, shocking refereeing, and a clear red card for Romero. Yeah, I saw that Romero at the end when he pulled Cucurella's head, like it was his hair, and then yeah, referee didn't see it. It's one of those, I guess. But yeah, some of the refereeing decisions may be a bit contentious, but yeah, what an action-packed game, brilliant game. But yeah, Jordan, let's move on to your team next, and you just walk us through. So that is your team on the screen.
Yeah, this is my team that you see on the screen, and I got 53 points this week and a red arrow of a rank of 914 now. So it was a very big red arrow, but I guess it's early days. And yeah, we'll discuss the points through the team. So we'll start with Mendy, who got 1 point, and that's from obviously Chelsea scoring 2 goals, Chelsea conceding 2 goals against Spurs. So he only got the 1 point there. And in defence, Trent has still yet to play tomorrow against Crystal Palace. We've got Cancelo, who got the assist and the bonus 2 points, and got the 11 points there. And we've got Trippier, who got the clean sheet against who did Newcastle play?
Was it?
Brighton.
Brighton, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a 0-0 scoreline against Brighton for Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice little 7-pointer there from Trippier. I think he got the bonus 1 as well from that. So that's always nice. We've got Zinchenko, who I'm quite surprised that Arsenal conceded 2 goals. I wasn't really hoping for that to be a clean sheet, but yeah, Zinchenko got the 1 point because Arsenal conceded 2, similar to Chelsea. In the midfield, it's pretty quiet in the midfield this week. But Bailey getting the 1 pointer for coming on for like a few minutes, and then Morris. Very disappointed with Morris, if I'm honest, in that game. He started. I was happy for him to start, but he just didn't do anything in that game. So yeah, it was a total disappointment, and he's going to be removed from my team. Despite him playing that game, that was absolutely terrible. Despite the scoreline that Man City had as well, absolutely terrible. So yeah, he got the 3 points. He got the 2 for the clean sheet. And Luis Diaz and Salah have yet to play tomorrow against Crystal Palace. And then up front, obviously we spoke about this already, but Jesus with 19 points and Haaland with 10, who was the captaincy pick. Another disappointment there as well, especially with the fact he got 8 touches the entire game, which is outstanding how he was so not involved in that game. It's like with Man City, when they go against a team that's really easy, the main players that you pick never get involved. Because it happened last season where I picked De Bruyne in really easy fixtures and he never got involved at all. And it was so annoying because De Bruyne scored or got an assist as well in that game. So it was, slightly annoying how he just turns like that against me. But yeah, it was not a great week so far for me. But on the bench, obviously 0 points for the goalkeeper. Williams did get 7 points against West Ham. Andreas obviously got 3 with a slight knock after that game. He should be fine. And the Brentford forward didn't play, so he got 0 points. And that's pretty much how my game week has gone.
Okay, so all in all, 53 points. Obviously, you've still got the triple Liverpool guys left to play. Obviously, you're hoping Luis Diaz can come up with some goods. But yeah, it will be interesting. Obviously, non-Salah we're both captain Haaland, so maybe Salah could punish us a bit more if he does haul, if he gets 2 or more goals, and then that could cause a bit of a red arrow for me even. So yeah, that's the one we're looking out for. But yeah, I'm excited to see how that game pans out, because I'm excited to see Darwin Núñez and whether he becomes an option for me, because I do have 2 free transfers, or we will come on to transfer plans in a sec going into game week 3. So yeah, got another comment here actually from FPL Alex. He says, thoughts on Brentford, brilliant run of fixtures and playing really well. I'm considering De Silva and Tony. Oh yeah, obviously the other big shock, or maybe not, it's not a shock, but Brentford v Man United, what a game that was. 4-0. Yeah, you heard that correct, guys. And yeah, I was actually talking about De Silva yesterday. And yeah, he has risen in price last night, so he's now 4.6 mil. Looks pretty decent. But yeah, maybe you could bring him in as a cheap player to have on your bench, or even start the odd game here and there. So he looks all right. Yeah, Brentford do look really good, I guess. Damsgaard has signed as well, hasn't he? So their fixtures look decent. I wouldn't be against getting a Brentford player in. The fixtures look all right, but I'll have to wait and see how how Liverpool do as well before I make any transfer plans, because there might be other players that I want to bring in. But all in all, yeah, Brentford, not bad at all. Very good performance. They looked sharp on the weekend against Man United, and they absolutely dominated them all over the pitch. So, yeah, let us know what you guys think about that performance as well. But yeah, we'll come on to transfer plans in a sec, Jordan. Just very quickly, is there any early thoughts you have regarding transfers that straight off the bat, is there anyone you want to bring in or take out? Like, what have you given much thought to it yet, or you still going to see before the Liverpool game before you decide?
Oh, it's clear that Morris is going out of the team. So for me, to replace him would be probably Martinelli, because annoyingly I didn't realise Morris' price dropped yesterday as well. He's 7.9 now. He's no longer 8 million player. So that's left a bit of an issue, because obviously I can't swap him out for another 8 mil player now. So I'm gonna have to go for Martinelli, who's 6.2 currently. And I have to keep an eye on that too, because Martinelli is set to rise, I think, tomorrow or maybe tonight. Yeah, again.
Wow.
So I better keep an eye on that, because I don't want to get him for too much money, as I've already lost out on him on the 0.2 already and lost a 0.1. So
I think he'll be fine. I don't see him. I mean, I'm on the predictor website. I think you should be fine with his price. But yeah.
Yeah, I have to keep just an eye on it so I don't miss out on the price rise, obviously, like I did with Morris, because I didn't even get a notification on my phone. That's the annoying thing, because I have the website synced to my team ID, and it didn't say Morris was due to drop or anything. So I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, it's probably going to be Morris to Martinelli now.
Okay.
Instead.
And then maybe roll the other one, right? Because you've got 2 free transfers. Have you thought about the second one potentially, or?
The second one is probably, I haven't really given that much thought, but it's probably getting rid of Bailey.
Okay.
To someone else.
Yeah, obviously, when you downgrade Mahrez, it'll give you cash to upgrade Bailey to maybe your 5-6 million as well. Sorry, 6 million.
Yeah, there's not many options. That's the only problem.
Yeah, there isn't many options, but we'll have to wait and see, because obviously, if you want someone cheap, there is De Silva and something like that, where people are now maybe jumping on the De Silva bandwagon after his goal against Man United. Damsgaard potentially, if he becomes an option for Brentford. Neto, if you want to go there, there's not much. Aronson at Leeds, but yeah.
Actually, yeah, I did give it a thought earlier. Instead of taking out Bailey, I did opt to upgrade the Brentford forward to Embremo, and then having 3 at the front, because I know Brentford, as FPL Alex mentioned, have a good run of fixtures. So I would like to have a Brentford player included in those, and Embremo is in the price bracket. Once I downgrade Mahrez to Martinelli, it gives me the funds to bring in Embremo. I would have liked Tony, but he's 7 mil, and I don't have enough for him.
Yeah, there's also, if you want to go cheap, there's Mitrovic as well, who a lot of people have jumped on. I think he's at a price rise. He's 6.6 now as well. So yeah, if you want to go there, I'm more looking into like Darwin or someone like that for my team, but it's going to be hard to fit him in. I'll have to see what kind of hits or whatever I need to take potentially before we do that. But yeah, let me just get my team back on the screen. Let us know how you guys did this week. Also, guys, in the comments, we'll be interested to hear your points and who you captained as well. And also, guys, if you are watching, please don't forget to drop a like on this stream, and also subscribe if you are new to the channel. We really appreciate all your support, and yeah, drop a like if you can. So yeah, but let's speak about obviously Monday's games to come, which is like I said, it's hard to talk about transfers. I want to see what happens with Liverpool, because I think a lot will my decision will probably be made easier once I see that game. Reece James is another interesting one, because there was some talk surrounding him potentially being removed after he's starting at right centre back. let's talk about that game. What did you think of Cucurella starting, and do you think he could become an option for us moving forward? Because he did start today.
Yeah, I do think he can become an option. He did start off well because when he took the corner, he obviously got the assist from Kudabay's goal, which was a good sign to see that he's taking corners as well from being on the pitch. And obviously, we know he's going to rotate though with Chilwell. So those two guys are like, well, Chilwell's the backup. Well, no, Cucurella's the backup in case Chilwell gets injured or has a problem. But yeah, I do expect Cucurella to play a lot of matches as well as Chilwell as well. But I think Cucurella is a good option because what's his price? Is he 5 mil? Was he
5 mil at the moment, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good price for a 5 million defender for Chelsea who will get returns like Reece James will and has. So yeah, it's his cheaper option. It's like 1 million cheaper than Reece James. And
yeah, I definitely like Cucurella as an option. I just think there is a slight worry that will he start every game? Will he become rotated? Obviously, with Chilwell, we don't know that yet. But if he does nail down that starting spot, I can see why you'd like to go there because he does have a lot of upside. You saw today with the assist, he linked up pretty decent as well down the left-hand side, and he looks like a good option. And if he's 5 million, we could potentially double up on Chelsea's defense as well in the coming weeks. But maybe it's a bit too early for that. We'll have to wait and see how it does going forward. But for me, I don't see me moving from the big at the back. You know, I like the 5 defense at the moment. I think it probably is the way. I'm pretty happy with the way it's going. It's just, I wouldn't mind maybe a Ruben Diaz down to a Cucurella to save that 1 million and then put it into midfield or something like that. But I'm not giving that much thought. But yeah, I think Cucurella is going to be a good option. I definitely like that move as a potential one to make in defense. We've got Krosberg here, says the main lesson I learned is not to go with the crowd all the time, especially in captaincy. Yeah, I mean, let us know who you went with the captaincy, because if you went Jesus, then fair play. Because obviously 19 point now, if you captained him, then you would have been laughing really. But also with Haaland, you know, Bournemouth, it looked great. It looked great on paper. You know, last week Haaland did score 2 against West Ham. I think it's one of those. It's one of those where, you know, let me know, guys, if you moved out Harry Kane for a hit as well, because we'll speak about that now, actually, Jordan. Because if you remember last week, we were asked this question: should we move out Harry Kane for a hit to bring in Haaland? And then Haaland obviously gets 1 assist, Kane scores. So it's the type of thing that you can't really predict. You know, who saw that coming? Where Kane scores against Chelsea, yet Haaland blanks against Bournemouth in a 4-0 win. Pretty much.
yeah, that's what makes football a funny game. But yeah, we did say stick with your players and don't switch them out because it will cost you, and it would have obviously cost you as this result turned out. Haaland blanks and Kane scores. So yeah, there was the warning there that potentially might happen. It was a bit unlucky because Kane did score in pretty much the last minute of the match with a very lucky corner kick from Tottenham. And then obviously with Haaland somehow blanking and getting 8 touches against a newly promoted team in the Premier League. I have no explanation for that. But at the same time, I think we sometimes forget that Haaland is a freshman to the Premier League. We don't automatically expect him to sync well as well with Man City players as well. As we saw, there was opportunities where, say, De Bruyne or Foden could have passed it to Haaland, but they both decided to go it alone and try and score it themselves. So I think Haaland also has to acquaint to how Man City play as a team so that he gets more involved, because you can't be having 8 touches in a game like that for a forward. That's just not you can't have that. That's not right. For his talent as well, he can do much better than that.
Yeah, that is a slight worry. Obviously, you want him more involved, but like I say, he almost did score. If Foden cuts it back, he easily gets a goal. So, yeah, I think Haaland, I'll give him. Obviously, I don't plan on taking him out really yet. I still gonna probably keep him. But there could be a situation where that changes if Darwin Núñez becomes, if he becomes a threat, if he looks good against Palace, maybe we might, change our mind. But for now, I think Haaland stays. Got a comment here from Jake AFC. He says, I ain't ever putting Villa players in my FPL again. Even though they won, they are so unpredictable. Bailey not starting, Cash doing nothing. Yeah, we've slightly touched on Aston Villa. Obviously, we're both Bailey owners. Disappointed that he didn't start. If anyone watched our deadline stream, obviously we did react to that live to see that he doesn't start, which was annoying. But Bailey didn't expect too much from him coming off the bench. It's not really going to come on and change the game either. And Matty Cash is the one that I was right. I hate to say I was right on, but this one I kind of called in preseason. I don't know if you remember, Jordan, when we were doing the team drafts, and Matty Cash is one I always wanted to avoid. Just because I kept saying that I don't know about Aston Villa as a team, whether they're what we're going to get from them. They're not really a defensive team or an attacking team. Really, they're a bit in the middle. Like, you don't really know what you're going to get from Villa. They could win, draw, lose. They are unpredictable, like Jake says. So I wasn't keen on Matty Cash. I saw a lot of people with Matty Cash, Luca Dean. Maybe it's hindsight, but I just wasn't confident in Aston Villa, especially the way they ended last season. I much preferred having the premium players like Robertson, Trent, Cancelo's, James, more playing for a top team. And maybe Matty Cash might embarrass me next week and he gets a goal or whatnot. But I wasn't too fond of the Aston Villa backline. I just think they're not great defensively, and I'm still yet to be convinced by Steven Gerrard and Villa, if I'm being honest. What do you make of that, Jordan? Like, if you didn't go with any Villa defenders as well, were you pretty much in agreement with me?
Yeah, I think we said at the start before Game Week 1 during the preseason that Aston Villa are waiting to see how they start their season off, and obviously it's not great how they've started. I mean, even though they won in that game, there's still a long-term, I'll say, option in terms of players, because we have to see what Gerrard can really do with them, because at the moment it's not very convincing from any Aston Villa players. Maybe from Buendia, obviously, but anyone else, no, not particularly any options stick out, especially with some injury issues as well, like Coutinho, who is flagged, so we're not sure what's going to happen with him. And there is some issues at Aston Villa that need addressing still for the team overall. It's not really melding together yet. There's still time for Aston Villa to improve on their performances, because they definitely do need to, if they want to get a good start in the Premier League. But so far, no, I don't think Aston Villa are to target yet.
Plus, their fixtures kind of fall off a cliff after Game Week 4, where they've got like Man City, etc. So and also, guys, if you did watch our previous 2 videos ago now, we did release a buy, sell, hold, and ignore video. So if you watch our transfer tips video, I believe Matty Cash was a sell on our list, wasn't he, Jordan?
Yeah,
Matty Cash. So we did recommend you guys. Yeah, we did recommend to sell Cash this week, and he does go and score an own goal. I think he scored an own goal, didn't he?
No, I don't think.
Luca Dean, I think it was, wasn't he?
Yeah, Luca Dean scored an own goal.
But either way, the Villa defense not convincing as of now. Krosberg also says, what you guys think about Man United Liverpool game? There is rumors that Man U supporters are going to leave in the middle of the game because of the protest. Is there a risk the game will be postponed? I've actually heard of this. I was going to tell you this, Jordan, earlier. Because of the way Man United have started the season, their fans apparently are planning a protest to call off the game again. And if you remember I think it was last or 2 years ago, they also did the same 2 seasons ago, where they cancelled that game against Liverpool. They're planning on doing it again. So one thing I do advise you guys, if you are planning on captaining Salah, make sure you vice captain a non-Liverpool player, because if Liverpool game gets postponed, you have another captain for that week, if in the scenario that the game gets postponed. But hopefully there's none of that and the game goes ahead. I think Liverpool just be awarded the points and Man United should be docked. docked points, so they can't get away with doing this personally. So yeah, hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, I've heard that rumor. To be fair,
But surely, if supporters leave, surely that doesn't affect the match, though.
well, apparently they're not even going to enter the ground. They're just going to do what they did last time, where they're just like, I don't know what they did last time. They just literally locked off the stadium. They broke inside and they were like just causing havoc there. I remember they literally broke into the stadium last time,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Like in the 2020 season, I believe.
Yeah, it's because they're not happy with the owners, the Glaziers, because there's been
yeah.
a lot. Because there was a few like banners about saying Glaziers out, and Man United is no longer a team with them still being owners there. So there's that.
Yeah,
There's always
of
this
course.
constant protests.
There is a lot of negativity surrounding United at the moment, as we know. But yeah, hopefully it'll go through. And then yeah, Michael Parkus, also welcome to the channel, mate. He says good evening, guys. Good evening to you, mate.
Name Michael.
Jake FC, he says he's putting a Palace player in and hopes he scores or keeps a clean sheet. Michael Parkus also says, quick one, chaps. What do you think of De Silva and Cucurella in my G Darwin? I'm assuming he means Nunes. Well, I think Cucurella looks good. We just spoke about him regarding Cucurella. We think he's a good option. Definitely upside, but there is that slight risk that Chilwell comes back into the team and then they rotate for minutes. So that's my slight worry of Cucurella. I like De Silva as a cheap bench 4.6 million option. So yeah, I do like Cucurella and De Silva for a cheap option. And regarding Darwin Núñez, I think we have to wait and see tomorrow because Liverpool play tomorrow night against Palace. If he starts and if he looks good, then yeah, he becomes an option. But for me, he's definitely one I'm looking at. Darwin Núñez, I think he looks really good, especially against Fulham. We know he scored against Man City as well in the Community Shield. You just want to see him getting some starts now before I fully commit to him and bring him in my team. But he's definitely one I'm interested in. What about you, Jordan, regarding Núñez?
Núñez, it's a difficult one because if he does start and does well and gets good returns, it becomes an issue because my team is not really built up for Núñez to come in because obviously he's a forward, and the way my team's situated, it would need a lot of, I'll say, transfers as well as hits to bring him in because he is 9 million. And the way that the team is set, I don't really have funds where I could use 2 transfers to bring Núñez in and downgrade players for that. So it would require a hit or use a wild card if needed to. But I don't think I would use a wild card just to bring in Núñez in. And that would just change the whole aspect of the team. But I don't know. I might stick with just Luis Diaz, even despite Núñez, if he does well and gets good returns. I might just have to stick with Luis Diaz. I don't really want to change the team the way it's shaped, but
yeah,
it's still a wait and see for that because I might change my decision depending on how the result happens tomorrow.
If he scores 2 goals, let's say he scores 2 goals tomorrow night against Palace, I think we're all getting him in. Probably we'll find a way to get him in. I mean, I'm not against I'm not against like downgrading Robertson to like a cheap defender and then upgrading to Darwin Núñez. I've just got to see, obviously, how they do, because he hasn't started a game yet, guys. As good as he's looked, he needs to start some games for me before I bring him in. But surely he's got to start, especially the way Liverpool Firmino's performed in the last game. I think he has to play. Got a few comments coming in. Also, guys, if you are watching still, please don't forget to drop a like on the channel and also subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Jake says Cash got so many points last season as a right back, assists and goals. Yeah, he did. He did. It's just the clean sheets are the slight worry, and Villa aren't playing as well as they were maybe last season, especially at the start of last season. I think he did pick up quite a few points. FPL Penguin says own goal by James, that Kane late equaliser. Does anyone know if that got given by an own goal?
I mean, I thought that because I said to you, is that Reece James's or Kane's? Because Reece James did sort of deflect it. So I don't know if it was Kane's shot was direct or not, though. It does depend on if it was going in anyway.
I think as it stands, it's given as a Kane goal. So obviously, as a Reece James owner, I'll take that all day long because I don't want the own goal points being given to Reece James. I don't want him getting a minus. So
I can't
yeah,
agree.
I think it stands as Kane. It will be Kane. So yeah, just a bit fortunate. But yeah, I think maybe it was on target. So I'm not sure. I'll have to watch it back. But yeah, it's one of those. But I think it was just a going in by Kane. Boo Boo FPL says hi duo Aronson, Rodrigo or Harrison. Probably Rodrigo. I know he scored again.
Yeah,
He has had a price rise as well, but with Bamford's injured again, isn't he, Jordan?
yeah, he's injured again. Not didn't take long for Bamford to get injured again. It's a ongoing problem for him.
Yeah, so it looks like he is the main man now up front. Rodrigo, he's going to take penalties as well, I believe. So I don't think he's a bad pick. If you want to go, 6.1 million, I think he's at right now. Rodrigo. So if you already have Martinelli or you don't want Martinelli for whatever reason, he could be a good option if you fancy Leeds.
Yeah.
Yes, same here as well. What do you reckon, Jordan?
Oh yeah, because
Rodrigo.
I think Rodrigo is a good pick because there isn't many attacking options now for Leeds. Obviously, because Bamford is injured, Rafinha has left, Gelhardt is injured as well. So there is only really Rodrigo and maybe Harrison as options for Leeds that possibly get returns, and
Mm.
it just gives Rodrigo more opportunities now from those injured players and those that have left Leeds to get more returns from Rodrigo. He's a good player too to get that.
Yeah, yeah, and as I mentioned, I believe he is on penalties, Rodrigo. So if Leeds get something like that, then he will step up. So yeah, decent option. I still prefer Martinelli at that price tag. But yeah, Jordan, this one's for you. I think I think a few people will be probably asking you, how does it feel supporting Man United right now? We obviously touched on Man United, but yeah, that wasn't great. Obviously on the weekend, yesterday, I believe. Yeah, yesterday, wasn't it? Now.
Yeah, I think I started watching after 83 minutes. I was just in absolute shock, ashamed. Any expression that's not positive about Man United was expressed from me in that watching that game through. How do I feel to be supporting Man United? Well, I'm always a loyal fan to Man United, and I know all teams at one point will go through a very rough patch, and we're just going through it at the moment for Man United. So I wouldn't look at
Yeah.
it as a bad thing because other clubs have been in the same situation, and unfortunately for me, my club's in the same situation. But it has to get worse before it gets better, as I
Mm.
normally think of it like that.
Yeah, obviously it's a tough time being a United fan right now, and it's a big job on Ten Hag's hands as we see. And it doesn't get any easier. They've got Liverpool in game week 3 as well, so Salah potentially captain option as well next week. If he does well against Palace, we'll have to wait and see with that one. Krosberg also says, I feel Nunes can outscore Salah this season. Um, I don't know about that still. Obviously, I still think Salah is the main focal point and goal scoring outlet for Liverpool, but there's no reason why Nunes can't. Obviously, Liverpool could play a bit differently this season, obviously with a direct, kind of target man sort of striker up front. So maybe it does slightly take away from Salah, but I will still expect Salah to outscore Nunes this season purely because there's Jota up front as well that can rotate with Nunes. There's Firmino as well. So I just think Salah will play more games. Salah for me is nailed on that right hand side. There's no one like him in the Liverpool team. There's actually no one like him because they don't have a replacement for him. They've got replacements in down the middle, and even for Luis Diaz on the left, where Jota could do a job. But on that right hand side, there is no direct Salah replacement. So I'll still be surprised, injury permitting. I still think Salah is the main talisman for Liverpool. But if Nunes becomes a good option, then I definitely think he's one you could go with and potentially downgrade Salah to Son or someone like that if you want to go Spurs, and gives you other avenues to bring other premium players in. So yeah, what do you reckon, Jordan? Salah still the main guy for you, Liverpool?
Yeah, probably definitely Salah's the main guy for Liverpool for me. But I did say before the season started that Luis Diaz might outscore Salah this season. So referring to Krogsberg's comment, it's either going to be Nunes or Diaz who would outscore Salah. I think it's either one of the two. It all depends on who plays more minutes, I guess, in the games.
Yeah.
Because obviously we need to see Nunes start more games, as we've only seen him come off the bench. But we saw what impact he can make from being on the pitch for 34 minutes, getting a goal and an assist. So we know he has the potential to get lots of returns in games where he doesn't play 90 minutes.
Yeah. I still think Salah, for me, will get the most goals, and Nunes probably a close second. I think Diaz is still, for me, Diaz does everything right. It's just a final. If you can click that finish, he's going to be a problem this season, I think, Diaz. But it's that final cutting edge. He needs to get just the final action correct. But yeah, they all look good, and yeah, it will be interesting to see how that pans out. I'm excited for this season, obviously, and hopefully Liverpool could do the job on Monday against Palace. And yeah, guys, if anyone's got any comments or any questions regarding Game Week 2 or Game Week 3, do drop them in below. It is a bit of a Q&A as well, so we do want to answer your questions as well. Also, don't forget to drop a like on the stream, guys. If you are new around here, also, please do subscribe to our channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers. So, yeah, help us out on that one. So, yeah. And also, I've got a shout out the mini league. Almost forgot. Do join our mini league if you haven't already. Code is on the screen. The code is also in the description down below, and there's also an auto join link. So just click on the link and you will automatically be into our league. So yeah, check that out, guys. And on the Twitter, got to shout out the FPL Duo on Twitter and on Instagram. The Instagram's with an underscore at the end though. So yeah, FPL Duo on Twitter, the FPL Duo underscore on Instagram. Got on Instagram now, so do check us out on there. We post content on there as well. And we'll have other things coming soon, like Discord and stuff, but not set up yet.
And our social media is also displayed on the screen in our overlays, as you can see. We've got our Instagram and Twitter, FPL Duos on the bottom, and we've got the YouTube and the league code at the top.
Yep. Thank you, Jordan, for the graphics as well. Just want to shout him out as well for the new graphics. So, yeah, guys,
thank you.
Check that out. Crosberg says, is Dewsbury Hall a good pick? Interesting.
Well, Barnes is injured.
So, Barnes is injured. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes is injured and not able to play. So it does give Dewsbury Hall a good start in matches, I guess, until really Harvey Barnes is fit again.
He's 5 mil, isn't he?
Dewsbury Hall, yeah. He's 5 mil. I think Harvey Barnes is 6 or 7.
No, 7. Harvey Barnes 7. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall at 5 mil. He did get a 10-point haul against Brentford in Game Week 1. And then against Arsenal, 2 points. The fixtures aren't too bad. Obviously, Leicester have scored quite a few goals. Obviously, they got 2 against Brentford. They got 2 against Arsenal. So they are quite a bit of attacking team, but they do concede a lot of goals. So I'd be staying away from Leicester defenders, probably. But if you want to go cheap, Dewsbury Hall's decent. They've got Southampton next. Then they've got Chelsea, which is quite tough. Man United, if you guys think that's tough, I don't know. Then Brighton and Villa. Fixtures don't look too bad, if I'm honest, if I'm a Leicester. And then after, in October, they've got quite a good run of fixtures as well. So I'm not completely against bringing in a Leicester player. It's just, I think there's more other options I'd want before I go for Leicester. But yeah, at 5 million, limited options, he could be the way to go. Jake AFC says, also, how are you lads today? Good show as well. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the comment. And yeah, not doing too bad. Watching the football, obviously, and Chelsea and Tottenham. And yeah, thought we'd go on a little stream.
Yeah, we're trying our best to keep cool with this heat. It's very unbearable.
Yeah, I can't put the fan on either, because then you won't be able to hear me, because it's right next to me. So I've had to turn the fan on as well for the stream. But yeah, I'll be having it on afterwards.
Yes.
But yeah, let's do a bit of tinkering actually. Let me bring my team up, because I want to show you potentially what I'm looking at doing in terms of transfers. So let me bring my Let me bring the FPL website up. Bear with me for a sec, guys. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right. So as you guys know, that is my team. And then transfers, I do have 2 free transfers, obviously, and I've got 0.5 in the bank also. And that is the team. So let's just see what I could do very quickly. So Bailey's one that I am 95% want to take out, but it's just if I take Bailey out, I got 5.5. You know, who do I bring in? Potentially, there's not much around that option. Or sorry, around that price bracket. CC 5.5. And going midfielders, obviously there's Dewsbury Hall, who was mentioned in the chat. Lerma. I know he's done all right so far, but no, his fixtures look pretty bad. He's got Arsenal and then Liverpool next. He did pick up a 10-point haul against Villa in game week 1, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
But he doesn't really excite me. But yeah, there's not much around that 5.5. There's Neto, but I'm not sure about Neto as well. Let me just do the. Sorry, hold on. Let me set the parameters. There's Jensen, who did get a 15-point haul against Man United, which is a bit mad. Was it? No, it wasn't a 15-point haul, was it? No, 14-point haul. Yeah, so De Silva is the one everyone's jumping on that bandwagon as well recently, as expected. But yeah, Norgard, if you Lallana, not really FPL options. Neto is the one, obviously. Gordon, Everton don't look good though, do they, Jordan?
No, they don't look particularly good. Gordon could have scored once or maybe twice in that game, but he is on penalties, Gordon, if Everton do get a penalty. So that's a bit of a, I guess, leverage if you decide to go for Everton player. But I do think to get rid of Bailey for a decent player, I do think you have to really downgrade into a non-plain or maybe a plain 4.5, but then upgrading one of the forwards instead, because there are, I think, better options for forwards around that price margin. Because I think that's what I'm going to do with my team is upgrade, obviously, to Mbeumo, because obviously Brentford fixtures are looking really good after
How
game
much?
2.
And Mbeumo is at 6. Is he 6 mil?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he looks decent, doesn't he, as well? And they've got good fixtures coming up.
Yeah, he looks very decent, and I think he'll be better off rather than a midfielder who may not get really anything in return, maybe 2 pointers, I'd say.
But well, if I stick Darwin in, I've got to take Robbo out. But then I've got 2.9 in the bank. So it is very hard for me to go with Darwin, Jesus, and Haaland. I'll have to do some major team changes, which I'm probably not willing to do. But yeah, Darwin is the one I'm actually looking to bring in, depending on how he does. I like KDB as well. We didn't really speak much about KDB, but he looks very good, pretty much involved in everything Man City do. Also picking up a lot of points. So
yeah, it's a shame he's 12 mil because it is hard to fit him in unless we're removing Haaland and then obviously downgrading someone else to get KDB in, but still practical.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot to discuss this coming week. Game week 3, I did say, is where it gets interesting because game week 2 was sort of boring. Everyone rolled their transfer, not many moves to make. But this week is where you could maybe go a bit different. As you saw, FPL Penguin earlier joined the stream. He was saying that he's already played his wild card. People are going to be taking hits potentially. People are going to be making transfers. So I think game week 3 is where it will get interesting, and people will be going different, potentially looking to break the template and whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's quickly talk about captain as well with Jesus for next week against Bournemouth or Salah against Man United.
Well, it's going to obviously be between those two. I don't think anyone else is going to have a eye in for captaincy picks. Maybe possibly Martinelli could. Maybe some people go with him, but it's going to be a majority between Jesus and Salah. Whoever thinks
Yeah, I'm
will be
torn.
benefited.
Yeah, I am actually torn. Even though Jesus coming off a 2 goals and 2 assist performance, Salah against Man United, it could be frightening if Man United play the way they did against Brentford. If Man United play the way they did Brentford, I could see Liverpool sticking 5-6 past them as well. Now, we assume Man United can't be that poor again, next week. But it doesn't look good, does it?
No, it doesn't. There's many problems that Man United have with the team. I think Ten Hag doesn't even realise as well how the state of Man United until after that game, obviously against Brentford. I think he's a bit more that he could chew. Let's say I think with Man United, and I think that's caused a bit of an issues, especially with these transfers as well. I'm not too keen on the new transfers that Ten Hag has made because Martinez at 5'9", I think his height. It's not great to have such short players in the team. There's so many short players in the team that we have, and that's costing us a lot, especially on set pieces and corners. We're not winning any of them. We're always losing because we don't have the height advantage over teams where they have taller players. So there's that as well, which are completely against Ten Hag's plan so far.
Yeah, obviously, a lot to discuss regarding United. You could just probably speak about it all day, the amount of problems there is. But Liverpool against Man United in Game Week 3 does look good as well. If Salah does perform, if Salah plays well tomorrow night, then yeah, I could see him being highly owned for captaincy. And then Jesus, Bournemouth away looks like another very good fixture. Bournemouth have just off the back of a 4-0 loss against Man City. Jesus looks on fire right now. Let us know, guys, actually your thoughts as well. Who are you planning on captaining for Game Week 3? Are you planning on going Salah, who does play a Man United team that looks shot on confidence, especially after the back of the 4-0 loss to Brentford? Or would you rather play Jesus against Bournemouth, who Bournemouth coming off the back of a 4-0 loss also, and Jesus has just come off a 19-point haul. So yeah, I think that's going to be a good swing, whichever way you go there. A guy, welcome to the stream, says James' points hasn't been taken away. Well, as a James owner, I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, definitely a Kane goal, definitely.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it wasn't either because I'm not a James owner.
Yeah, James for me, like he has to play right wing back. When he plays there, he looks like such a threat. Like I've mentioned earlier on the stream, like don't know why Tuchel keeps playing him at right centre back. Like he offers way more going forward than he does defensively. And Chelsea aren't great in attack, so I feel like James helps out a lot in terms of creating chances and even scoring, as you saw today. Krosberg says Salah, without a doubt, he's going to destroy Man United. Well, he did score a hat-trick at Old Trafford last season, and Liverpool did win 5-0. So,
and the way it's looking this season, Man United look worse.
Yeah, I wouldn't be backing against Salah. We've seen it last season, what he can do. And, yeah, he looks like I didn't think Man United could get worse this season, but they continue to surprise us. But yeah, guys, please do drop a like on the on the stream if you are enjoying the content, and also subscribe to our channel if you are new. We're very close to 400 subs. And yeah, Jordan, we'll probably wrap the stream up. What was your closing thoughts then? What did you make of Game Week 2 as a whole? It was decent, obviously, pretty decent for me.
I would say it's not been too bad. I guess it could have been better. I mean, especially for Mahrez, I was expecting high hopes for him against Bournemouth, but that was just a letdown. Like, I was a proper letdown. I think I don't know how he didn't get anything from that game.
Well, Mahrez, I was one maybe controversial. I don't know if it was controversial, but I was one saying I would sell Mahrez if I had him Game Week 1. When I saw he didn't start Game Week 1, I was like, yeah, if I had him, I'd probably sell for Foden potentially. But then, it's one of those. On another day, Mahrez could have scored. Got a comment here from a guy. You lot need to respond to the chat. We've been responding to the chat. I mean, we brought your comment up regarding James. But yeah, we're not obliged, guys. But yeah, we do try to respond to every single message that we get on here.
I can show how I'm going forward into Game Week 3.
Okay, do you wanna bring your team up?
Yeah, I'll bring my team up.
Yeah, while you do that, I will answer this one as well from Krosberg. He says, "What is your guys' main target to reach in rank FPL?" To be honest,
Number 1.
it's just my target is really to do better than last season, but it is getting a lot harder these days to get a good score in FPL because there's so much content, because there's so many videos and podcasts, and a lot more people take FPL seriously. I feel like now, you see Sky Sports as well talking about FPL now and points and players and having a whole section on FPL. So it's becoming a lot more mainstream. So a lot more people are playing it now. So it is become a lot harder than it was. So I think, well, I'd love a 10K. Obviously, 10K is very hard to get. I think last season I got 25K overall rank. So if I beat that, then I'm happy. But for 10K is, kind of the dream, innit? Like, very good rank to have. But yeah, it's getting a lot harder to finish 10K, definitely, as the seasons go on. And I think it'll only get harder with the more players now, the more active managers playing, and content being pretty much everywhere, really. But yeah, what about you, Jordan? Just finish as high as you can, really, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just be happy to finish higher than what I finished last season. That was below 1 million. Anything above that will be a bonus, just to have the extra digit taken off.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is obviously my second season playing fantasy, so I do hope to get a better rank than what I had first season. It should be an easy task because I did finish below 1 mil, so it should. So far, it shouldn't really matter how many points you get. It's all more to later on in the season, really, because at the moment it's just like a 1 point margin between. Well, you can see our points. There's 10-point difference, but look at our ranks. It's almost 1/3 of change. So
I think looking at your ranks this early it's just too early. I think game week 8, game week 9, game week 10 is when I'll really start looking at my rank and hopefully, trying to beat it. But the game week 2 ranks don't really matter. I would say it's not a big deal. You could start outside 1 mil, outside 2 mil even, and even get a good rank come game week 38. So I wouldn't be worried, guys, if you do have a low rank in game week 2, because obviously you've still got chips left to play. There's a lot of managers that are, number 1, number 2 overall rank. They've played their wild card. They've played their triple captain. I think the number 1 in the world right now, I believe he's already played his triple captain. So a lot of people have used their chips early. So you've got still your chips left and everything. And there's a lot more points to gain. So I wouldn't be worried about rank at all right now. But yeah, Jordan, do you want to talk us through quickly your plans regarding transfers for Game Week 3?
So yes, this is my team at the moment, and my plan is with my 2 free transfers is to, well, first of all, remove Mahrez from the team. He's 7.9, which is annoying. And then this is probably late to jump on this, but Arsenal fixtures are still great. But I'm getting Martinelli in to replace Mahrez as my first transfer. And obviously he's got Bournemouth next, so that's a perfect one to bring him in for. And then Fulham after that. So that's 2 decent games there for Martinelli, where I think he can get returns in both of those easily. And I can somehow salvage some of the points he has already got. And for my second transfer, it's obviously going to be this Brentford forward who doesn't really play. I think he plays like 5 minutes, I think, on the first game week. And then bringing in Mbeumo for Brentford.
Interesting.
Second transfer.
So, also, I've got to say, you're going to play a change of formation then, I'm guessing. Who'd you bench?
So, I'll probably be benching Andreas, Bailey, and Williams. For
So wait, what will you be playing? A 4-3-3?
it will be a 4-4-3 formation.
4-3-3, right? You'll be playing because you
Oh
can't
yeah,
really 4-3-3. So you'll have to bench one of your defenders. Will have to get bench one of them because you can't play a five at the back if you're playing
no.
up.
Williams will be benched. Bailey and Andreas.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, you got Williams. I didn't see him there. So yeah, 4-3-3. So yeah, Andreas, Bailey, Williams on the
Yeah.
bench. So yeah, the team looks good. Trent. Got Cancelo, Zinchenko's also got a good fixes coming up, and then Trippier to complete that. Are you worried about Trippier? I mean, I'm assuming you're going to play Nico next week because Trippier has City.
I mean, yeah, I'm in sort of a debacle with that because I think Trippier will still do well, even though Newcastle won't get a clean sheet.
Ooh, I don't know
Against
about
Man
that.
City. Yeah, I don't know about that either, but I just have that funny feeling that Trippier could do something in that game, which
Fair
might.
enough.
But we'll have to see close to the time because I might like Williams instead because he did get 7 points today.
Mm,
But he was on the bench for me, so that doesn't
yeah.
really affect my team much. But it wasn't expected that Nottingham Forest would beat as well West Ham, as well as Williams getting a return from that game as well.
Mm,
So it was 2 surprises there. So you never know.
yeah. I'd probably play Nico against Everton. City, I'd expect City to win that comfortably, personally. But
Yeah,
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, things can change nearer to the deadline.
yeah, because I thought West Ham would win comfortably today against Nottingham Forest. Honestly, didn't
Mm,
think they would. Well, they were a bit unlucky because obviously they hit the crossbar twice. I think 4 hours, and
I missed a
someone else,
penalty.
and they Declan Rice misses a penalty, which
Yeah.
was a not very good penalty either, terrible.
Mm,
And yeah, there was 3 opportunities West Ham had, but they didn't take it. And then obviously Nottingham Forest got a bit lucky with their goal,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's a goal, and they won. So they'll take that 3 points, especially from West Ham. And yeah, that's just how football goes sometimes. It's a funny game. But again, Trippier could do something similar against Man City. Who knows? We never know what might happen in football. That's what
Yeah.
makes
That's
something
hoping.
very yeah.
Hoping. But yeah, Newcastle, it's going to be hard for me. City look very ominous right now. 4 goals again on the weekend. I'll be surprised if Newcastle do manage to lock them out for a clean sheet, but we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, so that is a plan for you, I guess. Embuemo, Martinelli for now. That could change. I'm actually not decided on transfers yet. I have no idea right now what I'm going to do. It could be anything from moving a defender to moving a midfielder, namely Bailey. So yeah, I could go either way. And yeah, we'll probably wrap the stream up here, guys. Been online here for about an hour. This has been the knee jerk reaction live stream. And yeah, we thought we'd quickly speak about game week 2 and what's happened. And also look ahead to game week 3. And we hope we've done that. We hope you guys enjoyed the content. And yeah, we'll be back again. When are we next streaming? But George, Tuesday, isn't it?
Yes, Tuesday for our transfer tips video.
Yeah. We'll be back again, guys, on Tuesday for a transfer tips video. And again on Thursday as well for a team selection for game week 3. So do join us for that as well. Got some comments. Jake said he's only started playing halfway last year. Doesn't have the brightest knowledge on FPL, but I only play on it for fun. I'm never going to win anything. You never know, mate. You never know. Liam Martin says Salah captain for game week 3, in my opinion. Yeah, we spoke a lot about this. Salah against Man United could be tasty if you're a Salah owner, especially the way United are performing at the moment. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Jesus also looks good for that game week as well. So yeah. Just want to say thank you to all the subscribers that have just subbed to our channel. Thank you to Daniel Strike, who has subbed to us. So yeah, do subscribe to us, guys, if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of the content that we drop or when we go live. And a lot of our content is live stream. So if you want to make sure you catch us live, do subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. And also, please drop a like. It really, really helps the channel out. So yeah, And yeah, that's it from us two for today. And yeah, Jordan, is there anything else you'd like to add?
That's pretty much it, really. To add, we have to see what happens, obviously, tomorrow with Liverpool, whether Nunes starts or who gets the goals. Will Salah score? Will it cost us, the non-captain Salah owners, that price that we went for instead of Salah for Haaland? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, good luck to those who have the Liverpool players.
Yeah, guys, and that is it from us for today. We have been the FPL Duo. And yeah, we hope to catch you guys on Tuesday, 7 o'clock UK time, as always, for our next stream. And yeah, just want to say take care, everybody. Thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, have a good week, guys. Take care.